Life is not always easy. Every day, we face problems, stress, and unexpected events. Sometimes it feels like the world is moving too fast and we cannot keep up. In those moments, staying calm and positive can seem almost impossible. But here's the truth. Your peace of mind is your greatest power. The way you think and react decides not only how you feel, but also the kind of life you create. Imagine if you could carry a calm mind, even in the middle of chaos. Imagine if you could see challenges with hope instead of fear. That power is already inside you. All you need is to learn how to unlock it. This audiobook will guide you step by step, showing you how to control your mind, stay positive, and live with peace and strength, no matter what life throws at you. Before we begin, I want to remind you, if you enjoy this journey and find value in these lessons, make sure you follow and subscribe. That way, you will always have guidance and inspiration right when you need it most. Now, take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. This is your time, your space, to learn and grow. Let's begin the journey of discovering how to stay calm and positive in life. Chapter 1. The Power of a Calm Mind. Life is full of noise. Everywhere you look, there is something pulling for your attention. Work deadlines, family responsibilities, social media notifications, financial worries, and personal goals. In the middle of all this, it is easy to feel overwhelmed, anxious, and restless. But hidden inside you is one of the most powerful tools you will ever discover: a calm mind. A calm mind is not about escaping problems. It does not mean ignoring your responsibilities or pretending that stress does not exist. Instead, it means developing the ability to face challenges with peace, clarity, and strength. When your mind is calm, you are able to think clearly, make better decisions, and handle life's difficulties with balance. This calmness becomes your anchor, keeping you steady even when the waves of life are strong. Think about how water reacts in different states. When water is boiling, it is chaotic, bubbling, and hard to see through. But when water is still, it reflects everything around it clearly, like a mirror. Your mind works the same way. When it is restless, filled with anger, fear, or worry, you cannot think clearly. But when your mind is calm, it reflects truth and wisdom. It allows you to respond instead of react. Let's imagine a situation. You are driving in heavy traffic, running late for an important meeting. Suddenly, another car cuts in front of you without warning. Your first instinct might be to get angry, honk your horn, or shout. But what does that do? It raises your stress, makes you feel upset, and ruins your mood for hours. Now imagine the same moment with a calm mind. Instead of reacting with anger, you take a deep breath. You remind yourself that getting upset will not change the situation. You let the car pass and keep driving peacefully. Which version of yourself do you think will reach the meeting in a better state of mind? Calmness is not weakness, it is strength. Anyone can lose their temper, but it takes real power to stay composed when life tests you. History and modern life are full of examples of people who achieved greatness by mastering their minds. Leaders, teachers, healers, and innovators understood that calmness gave them clarity and courage. Emma, a young nurse, once shared her experience of working in a busy emergency room. Every day she faced high-pressure situations where lives were on the line. Patients came in crying, families panicked, and doctors demanded fast action. She explained that her calmness made all the difference. Instead of letting the chaos overwhelm her, she trained herself to breathe deeply, focus on the task at hand, and stay positive. Her calm energy spread to her patients and colleagues, creating trust and hope in the middle of crisis. That is the true power of a calm mind. When your mind is calm, you also gain control over your thoughts. Worry and anxiety feed on restlessness. The more you let your mind spin in circles, the bigger your problems feel. But when you stop, breathe, and center yourself, the mind slows down. This slowing allows you to separate real problems from imagined fears. You see clearly what needs action and what can be let go. A calm mind also improves relationships. Think about the last argument you had with a friend or family member. When tempers rise, words are spoken that often hurt more than the issue itself. But when one person stays calm, the conflict cools down faster. Calmness allows you to listen, understand, and communicate better. It prevents regret and strengthens bonds. Calmness also supports physical health. Stress floods the body with chemicals that raise your heart rate, tense your muscles, and weaken your immune system. Living with constant stress damages both mind and body. A calm mind lowers stress, reduces blood pressure, and improves overall well-being. It is not just about feeling better, it is about living healthier and longer. Now, you may be asking, how do you build a calm mind? It begins with awareness. Notice when your thoughts race or when your emotions rise. Awareness gives you the chance to pause before reacting. Next, practice simple calming techniques. Breathing deeply, stepping away for a short walk, or repeating a positive thought can bring instant peace. Over time, these small practices become habits that shape your overall state of mind. Another way to build calmness is to simplify your life. Many times we take on too many tasks, chase too many goals, and fill our minds with unnecessary noise. By setting clear priorities, letting go of what does not matter, and focusing on what truly counts, you create space for calmness. Let's take an example. Daniel was a college student, constantly stressed by exams, assignments, part-time jobs, and social commitments. He realized that his schedule was overloaded, and his mind was always restless. By cutting down on necessary activities, creating a study plan, and setting aside time for rest, he found more balance. His grades improved, his energy returned, and his relationships grew stronger. What changed? Not the number of hours in his day, but the calmness of his mind. Positivity and calmness go hand in hand. A calm mind allows you to see the good in situations instead of only focusing on problems. It helps you find solutions instead of getting stuck in complaints. It turns challenges into opportunities to learn and grow. Think of calmness as a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. At first, it may be difficult to stay calm in stressful situations, but with time, patience, and practice, you will find yourself naturally calmer, more positive, and more confident. The power of a calm mind is life-changing. It gives you control, peace, and clarity. It improves your health, relationships, and decisions. Most importantly, it creates the foundation for positivity and happiness. Without calmness, positivity is difficult to hold on to. With calmness, positivity becomes your natural way of living. So, as you move forward in this audiobook, remember this: your calm mind is your greatest strength. Protect it, practice it, and let it guide you. Chapter 2. Why positivity shapes your life. Every human being lives with two voices inside. One is the voice of fear, doubt, and negativity. It says things like, "You can't do this, you're not good enough," or "everything is going wrong." The other voice is the voice of hope, courage, and positivity. It says, "You can try again, you are stronger than this, and something good can come from this situation." Which voice you choose to listen to shapes the entire direction of your life. Positivity is not about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It is about how you choose to see and respond to life's challenges. Think of life as a pair of glasses. If you wear dark, dirty lenses, the world looks dull and hopeless. If you clean the lenses, everything becomes clearer and brighter. Positivity is like cleaning those glasses. It does not remove the reality, but it changes how you see it. Take the example of two students facing the same tough math test. One says, "I am terrible at math. I will fail no matter what." The other says, "This is hard, but if I study a little more, I can improve." Both face the same challenge, but their mindset shapes their future. The negative student gives up, avoids trying, and probably fails. The positive student puts in effort, learns from mistakes, and grows stronger. Positivity does not guarantee success, but it creates the possibility for success. Your brain is like a garden. If you plant seeds of negativity, weeds grow quickly and take over everything. But if you plant seeds of positivity, flowers of hope and growth begin to bloom. Every thought you allow into your mind is a seed. Over time, those seeds become habits, and those habits become your life. This is why positivity is not just a feeling, but a practice that shapes your identity. Science also shows the power of positivity. Studies have found that positive people live longer, have better immune systems, and recover faster from illness. When your mind focuses on gratitude, hope, and solutions, your body follows with more energy and strength. Stress weakens the body, but positivity strengthens it. Relationships are another area deeply shaped by positivity. Nobody enjoys being around someone who constantly complains, criticizes, or spreads negativity. Such energy drains people and pushes them away. On the other hand, people are naturally drawn to someone who brings light, encouragement, and optimism. A positive friend, partner, or leader becomes a source of comfort and motivation. Think about a workplace. If the boss always focuses on problems, shouts at employees, and points out only mistakes, the whole office feels heavy and stressful. People do the minimum work just to survive. But if the boss encourages, highlights strengths, and believes in solutions, employees feel motivated, creative, and loyal. The work environment transforms because of one person's positive mindset. Positivity also shapes how you see yourself. Many people live with negative self-talk, always criticizing their looks, abilities, or past mistakes. This constant negativity destroys confidence. But when you learn to speak to yourself with kindness, patience, and encouragement, you unlock your potential. Positivity towards yourself allows you to take risks, learn new things, and grow without fear of failure. There is a famous story about Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. He failed more than 1,000 times before creating a working bulb. When asked about his failures, Edison replied, "I have not failed. I have simply found 1,000 ways that do not work." That is positivity in action. Instead of focusing on failure, he focused on progress. That mindset shaped not only his life, but also the future of the world. Another example comes from sports. Athletes who succeed at the highest level often say that mental positivity is more important than physical strength. They use positive visualization, imagining themselves winning, staying calm under pressure, and encouraging themselves through tough moments. Their positivity shapes their performance and separates champions from the rest. Positivity also protects you from being controlled by circumstances. Life will always bring problems, loss, disappointment, financial struggles, health challenges, and broken relationships. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Positivity gives you resilience. It is the shield that keeps your spirit strong, even when life is hard. Imagine two people losing their jobs. One falls into despair, saying, "I will never recover. My life is over." The other says, "This is painful, but maybe it is a chance to find something better." The second person begins searching, learning, and growing. Eventually, they may find an even more fulfilling career. The difference was not the situation, it was their mindset. Positivity shapes opportunities. When you are positive, you notice doors that negativity would have kept hidden. You smile more, attract more connections, and create better chances. People trust and support those who radiate positivity because it gives them hope as well. In this way, positivity not only shapes your personal life, but also the lives of people around you. Building positivity begins with small steps. Start with gratitude. Each day, think about 3 things you are thankful for. They can be as simple as a meal, a friend, or even the sunlight on your face. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present. This shift trains your brain to see goodness instead of lack. Another step is self-awareness. Notice when your thoughts become negative. Instead of letting them control you, pause and ask, is this thought helping me or hurting me? If it is hurting you, replace it with a positive one. This is not lying to yourself. It is choosing the truth that empowers instead of the fear that limits. Positivity also grows stronger when you surround yourself with positive people. Just like a flame can spread, energy spreads too. If you spend time with negative people, their doubts and complaints will enter your mind. But if you spend time with encouraging, hopeful people, their positivity will lift you up. At the heart of positivity is choice. You cannot always choose what happens, but you can always choose how to see it. This choice, repeated day after day, builds your character, your happiness, and your future. So why does positivity shape your life? Because it influences everything: your health, your relationships, your confidence, your opportunities, and your destiny. Positivity does not erase problems, but it changes the way you face them. It gives you strength when you feel weak, hope when things seem dark, and joy even in the middle of struggle. As you continue through this audiobook, remember that calmness and positivity are partners. Calmness gives you clarity, while positivity gives you energy. Together they create a life filled with peace, strength, and purpose. Chapter 3: Building Emotional Control. Every person feels emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, excitement, disappointment. All these emotions are part of being human. Without emotions, life would feel empty and robotic. But the truth is, emotions are powerful. If you do not control them, they can control you. Emotional control is the ability to feel deeply, but still respond wisely. It is not about ignoring emotions or pretending they do not exist. It is about managing them so they do not destroy your peace or positivity. Think about a fire. A small fire can cook food, warm your home, and give light. But if the fire is left uncontrolled, it can burn down a house. Emotions work in the same way. Controlled emotions can guide you, protect you, and give you energy. Uncontrolled emotions can lead to regret, broken relationships, and stress. Building emotional control is like learning how to manage fire. Let's take anger as an example. Everyone feels anger. Sometimes anger comes because someone insults you, or life feels unfair, or things don't go the way you planned. Anger by itself is not bad. It shows that something matters to you. But if you allow anger to explode, it can hurt people you love, damage trust, and even harm your health. Emotional control means pausing before reacting. Instead of shouting, you take a breath. Instead of acting in the heat of the moment, you wait until your mind is calm enough to decide. That pause is not weakness, it is strength. Another powerful emotion is fear. Fear is natural. It protects us from danger. But when fear grows too big, it stops us from living. Many people never try new things because they are afraid to fail. They never speak their truth because they fear judgment. They never follow their dreams because fear whispers, "You can't." Emotional control does not mean eliminating fear completely. It means recognizing it, listening to it, but not letting it control your decisions. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward even while you feel afraid. Sadness is another emotion that every human experiences. Loss, disappointment, and failure can make us feel heavy and broken. Some people try to hide sadness or run away from it, but emotional control is not about hiding sadness. It is about allowing yourself to feel it without being trapped by it. Sadness teaches compassion, empathy, and resilience. Emotional control helps you sit with sadness, learn from it, and then rise again when the time is right. One of the best tools for building emotional control is self-awareness. You must learn to notice your emotions before they grow too strong. Pay attention to your body. When anger rises, your chest feels tight, your heartbeat speeds up, and your voice gets louder. When anxiety comes, your stomach feels heavy, and your mind races with what-if thoughts. When you notice these signs early, you can step back before emotions take over. This small act of noticing is the first step in control. Breathing is another powerful practice. When emotions rise, your breathing usually becomes short and fast. This makes your body believe you are in danger, even if you are not. By taking slow, deep breaths, you send a message to your brain that you are safe. Your heartbeat slows, your muscles relax, and your mind clears. Something as simple as 5 deep breaths can prevent an explosion of anger or a breakdown of fear. Another step in emotional control is choosing your response. Many people say, "He made me angry," or "She made me upset." But the truth is, nobody can make you feel something without your permission. Their actions may trigger you, but your reaction is still your choice. Emotional control means owning your response. Instead of saying, "I had no choice," you begin to say, "I chose to respond this way." That shift gives you power. Practice is also important. Emotional control does not come overnight. You will still make mistakes, still overreact, still lose control at times. But every time you pause, breathe, and choose differently, you build strength. Just like lifting weights builds muscles, practicing calm responses builds emotional control. Over time, you will notice that situations which once triggered you no longer hold the same power. Relationships become healthier when you have emotional control. Imagine 2 friends arguing. One loses control, shouts, and says hurtful words. The other listens, speaks calmly, and explains how they feel. Who do you think earns more respect? Emotional control does not mean silence. It means expressing yourself in a way that builds understanding instead of destruction. Workplaces also value emotional control. A leader who panics or gets angry every time something goes wrong loses the trust of the team. But a leader who stays calm, even under pressure, inspires others. Emotional control in work is not just about professionalism. It is about creating an environment where people feel safe and supported. Another part of emotional control is letting go of the need to control everything outside of yourself. Often, we feel frustrated because the world does not match our expectations. People behave differently, plans change, problems appear. If you fight to control everything, you will always be disappointed. Emotional control means focusing only on what you can control: your thoughts, your choices, your reactions. This focus saves energy and brings peace. Spiritual practices can also strengthen emotional control. Prayer, meditation, journaling, or even quiet reflection help you step back and see life from a larger perspective. When you realize that every storm eventually passes, emotions lose their power to drown you. You begin to trust the process of life instead of fighting it. Think of emotional control as building a strong inner anchor. A ship without an anchor is easily tossed by waves. A ship with a strong anchor stays steady, even when the sea is rough. Life will always bring waves of emotions. Emotional control is the anchor that keeps you steady, calm, and positive. By building emotional control, you do not lose your humanity. You actually become more fully human. You feel emotions deeply, but instead of being their prisoner, you become their master. You learn to use anger as fuel for justice, fear as a signal for preparation, sadness as a lesson in love, and joy as a gift to share. Emotional control is not the end of emotions. It is the beginning of emotional freedom. And with that freedom comes peace, positivity, and the strength to live life with balance. Chapter 4. Letting go of negative thoughts. Your mind is a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. Positive thoughts grow into flowers, giving beauty, joy, and hope. Negative thoughts, on the other hand, grow like weeds, spreading fear, doubt, and sadness. One of the most important steps in staying calm and positive is learning how to let go of negative thoughts before they take over your mind. Everyone experiences negative thoughts. You might think, "I am not good enough, nothing ever works out for me," or "I will never succeed." These thoughts can feel automatic, like a storm cloud hovering over your head. But here is the truth. You have the power to choose which thoughts you allow to stay and which ones you release. The first step in letting go of negativity is awareness. You cannot fix something you do not see. Pay attention to your mind. Notice when negative thoughts appear. They might show up as self-doubt, fear, or criticism of others. Simply recognizing them gives you the ability to respond differently instead of letting them control your emotions. Take a simple example. Imagine you made a mistake at work or school. Your mind might immediately say, "I am terrible at this. I always fail." If you listen to that thought, you feel stressed, anxious, and defeated. But if you notice the thought and ask yourself, "Is this really true? Can I learn from this mistake?" You take control. You replace a negative reaction with a positive choice. Another important practice is reframing. Reframing means looking at a situation from a different angle. Instead of seeing a problem as a disaster, you see it as a challenge or an opportunity to grow. For instance, missing a bus might feel frustrating at first, but reframed positively, it could mean extra time to listen to music, practice gratitude, or plan your day. Reframing turns negative energy into constructive energy. Letting go of negativity also involves self-compassion. Many negative thoughts come from being too hard on yourself. You criticize your mistakes, compare yourself to others, and focus on shortcomings. By practicing self-kindness, you allow space for learning and growth. Instead of thinking, "I failed again," you can say, "I made a mistake, and I can do better next time." This shift reduces stress and strengthens self-confidence. Mindfulness is another tool to release negative thoughts. Mindfulness is the act of being fully present in the moment, noticing your thoughts without judgment. When you practice mindfulness, you realize that thoughts are temporary and do not define you. A negative thought is just a passing cloud in the sky of your mind. Watching it float by instead of clinging to it gives freedom and calmness. Journaling can help too. Writing down negative thoughts on paper allows you to examine them objectively. You can see patterns, identify triggers, and develop strategies to respond differently. Many people find that once a negative thought is on paper, it loses some of its power. It is no longer swirling endlessly in the mind. Positive affirmations are also powerful. Replacing negative statements with positive ones trains your brain to focus on hope and solutions. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," you say, "I can try my best," and learn from the experience. Repetition of positive affirmations rewires your thought patterns over time. Another step is surrounding yourself with positivity. Your environment affects your mind. Negative news, critical people, or toxic situations can reinforce destructive thinking. Seek out encouragement, uplifting stories, and supportive people. Being around positivity makes it easier to release negativity. Forgiveness is part of letting go. Holding grudges, resentment, or anger keeps negative energy alive in your mind. Forgiving someone does not mean you condone their actions. It means you free yourself from their control. By releasing resentment, you create space for peace, happiness, and calmness. Visualization is a helpful technique. Close your eyes and imagine negative thoughts as dark clouds floating away, leaving a clear, bright sky behind. Picture yourself calm, confident, and positive. Visualization trains your mind to focus on what you want, not on what you fear. Finally, patience is essential. Letting go of negative thoughts does not happen overnight. Your brain is used to old patterns, and it takes time to create new ones. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate small victories when you notice a negative thought and successfully release it. Each step builds mental strength, calmness, and positivity. Remember, negative thoughts are natural, but they do not have to define your life. You have the power to choose which thoughts stay and which ones leave. Each time you let go of negativity, you create more space for peace, clarity, and joy. Over time, your mind becomes a garden filled with hope, resilience, and happiness. Letting go of negative thoughts is not just about feeling better. It is about living better. It allows you to act, think, and respond from a place of strength rather than fear. It shapes your attitude, your actions, and ultimately your life. By practicing awareness, reframing, mindfulness, self-compassion, and positivity, you train your mind to stay calm and focused. You gain control over your mental space and begin to see challenges as opportunities. This chapter is about reclaiming your mind from negativity and using its power to create a brighter, calmer, and more positive life. Chapter 5. The role of gratitude in inner peace. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools for staying calm and positive in life. It is the practice of noticing and appreciating the good things in your life, no matter how small. While stress, worries, and negativity often dominate the mind, gratitude shifts your focus toward what is working, what is beautiful, and what is meaningful. Over time, this simple practice builds inner peace and strengthens positivity. Many people think that gratitude is only about saying thank you when someone helps you or gives you something. While expressing thanks is part of it, true gratitude is much deeper. It is an attitude, a mindset, and a way of seeing the world. It is about recognizing the value in experiences, relationships, challenges, and even mistakes. Consider a student who feels overwhelmed with homework and tests. Instead of complaining, the student starts to notice the things they can be grateful for: a supportive teacher, access to learning materials, friends who help, and the ability to go to school. These small moments shift the focus from what is stressful to what is helpful. Gratitude does not remove challenges, but it changes the way the mind responds to them. Research in psychology shows that gratitude has profound effects on mental health. People who practice gratitude regularly experience less stress, more happiness, and better emotional resilience. Gratitude reduces negative emotions such as envy, anger, and resentment. It encourages optimism and strengthens relationships by reminding us of the value others bring to our lives. Let's look at an example from everyday life. Emma, a busy nurse, often felt exhausted and stressed. She started a simple practice. Each evening, she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for. Some days it was small, like a delicious meal or a sunny morning. Other days it was deeper, like a patient's smile or a colleague's support. Over weeks, she noticed a shift in her mood. She felt calmer, happier, and more capable of handling stress. Gratitude became a tool for inner peace. Gratitude also works well during challenges. Life is full of difficulties, financial problems, conflicts, health issues, or disappointments. Focusing only on what is wrong can make us feel hopeless. But even in the toughest situations, there is always something to appreciate. It could be a lesson learned, a friend's support, or the courage to face adversity. Recognizing these positives keeps the mind from sinking into despair. Gratitude strengthens relationships too. When you notice and appreciate the people in your life, you communicate respect, love, and acknowledgement. Friends, family, and colleagues feel valued, and these positive interactions create stronger bonds. In turn, a supportive network helps you stay calm and positive even during difficult times. Journaling is a powerful way to practice gratitude. Take a few minutes every day to write down what you are thankful for. It could be as simple as having a warm bed, clean water, or a good conversation. When you consistently record these moments, you train your brain to look for the good, not just the bad. Gratitude can also be expressed verbally. Saying thank you to someone for their help, kindness, or support strengthens your relationships and reminds you of the good around you. Even a smile or a kind word can be a form of gratitude. Another practice is gratitude meditation. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and think of things you appreciate. Visualize the people, experiences, and moments that bring joy. Feel the gratitude in your heart. This simple exercise reduces stress, calms the mind, and reinforces positive thinking. Challenges often teach the most valuable lessons. Gratitude helps you see the silver lining. When a setback occurs, instead of dwelling on failure, Ask, what can I learn from this? What is good despite this difficulty? This mindset turns obstacles into growth opportunities and strengthens emotional resilience. Letting go of comparison is also key. Many negative thoughts arise when we compare ourselves to others, focusing on what they have that we lack. Gratitude redirects attention to what we already have. It is not about ignoring ambition or improvement. It is about appreciating the present while working toward the future. Gratitude is contagious. When you practice it, others around you notice and often reflect it back. A positive, thankful attitude lifts the mood in the room and encourages cooperation, kindness, and understanding. Your calm and positive energy spreads through your family, friends, and workplace. Ultimately, gratitude transforms your perspective. Instead of living in lack, fear, or frustration, you see abundance, possibility, and hope. It helps you remain grounded during challenges and joyful during successes. Gratitude builds the foundation for both calmness and positivity, your mental anchor in a chaotic world. Begin today by noticing one thing you are grateful for right now. It could be a person, a moment, or even your ability to breathe. As you practice this daily, you will discover that calmness and positivity grow naturally, shaping the way you see life and interact with the world. Chapter 6. Creating Daily Habits for Calmness. Calmness is not something that happens by accident. It is built every day through consistent habits and small choices. Just like exercising builds physical strength, daily practices build mental calmness. When calmness becomes a habit, it starts to flow naturally into every part of your life, your thoughts, your actions, and your relationships. The first step is creating a morning routine that sets the tone for the day. How you start your day influences how you experience it. Waking up and immediately checking your phone or rushing through tasks often creates stress before your day even begins. Instead, start with a few minutes of deep breathing, stretching, or quiet reflection. Focus on a positive thought or an intention for the day, such as, "I will stay calm and handle challenges with clarity." This simple habit prepares your mind for calmness throughout the day. Another important habit is scheduling breaks. In our busy lives, it is easy to move from one task to another without pause, but constant activity leaves the mind restless and the body tense. Even short breaks, 2 or 3 minutes to breathe, stretch, or simply observe your surroundings, can recharge your mind. Over time, these small pauses reduce stress and maintain calmness. Journaling is another habit that encourages a calm mind. At the end of each day, write down your thoughts, experiences, and feelings. This practice allows you to process emotions instead of letting them accumulate. Writing about challenges also gives perspective and often reveals solutions you did not see before. By journaling daily, you train your mind to release tension and focus on clarity. Exercise is a powerful habit for calmness. Physical activity reduces stress hormones, increases endorphins, and improves sleep quality. Even a short walk, a few minutes of stretching, or a quick set of exercises can calm the mind. Regular exercise not only strengthens your body but also stabilizes your emotions, helping you stay positive and balanced. Mindfulness meditation is another daily practice that supports calmness. Spending even 5 to 10 minutes observing your breath, noticing sensations, and observing thoughts without judgment trains your mind to stay present. Over time, mindfulness helps you respond to situations with calm awareness rather than reactive emotion. Creating a gratitude habit is also essential. Each day, take a moment to acknowledge what you are thankful for. This simple action shifts your focus from worries and negativity to the positive aspects of your life. Gratitude strengthens your mental resilience and supports calmness by reminding you that life has good moments even during challenges. Another habit is planning and organizing your day. Chaos and disorder increase stress, while structure and preparation reduce anxiety. Writing down priorities, setting small goals, and creating a realistic schedule give your mind a sense of control. When you know what to expect, your mental energy can focus on calmness rather than constant worry. Breathing exercises can be incorporated multiple times a day. When stress arises, whether at work, school or home, pause and take slow, deep breaths. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This simple technique slows the heart rate, relaxes muscles and clears your mind. Making this a habit strengthens your ability to remain calm under pressure. Limiting negative inputs is another daily habit. Constant exposure to stressful news, social media arguments, or toxic conversations fuels anxiety and disrupts calmness. Choose your media carefully, spend time with supportive people, and create a positive environment. Protecting your mental space is essential for maintaining calmness as a habit. Sleep is often overlooked, but it is critical. Lack of sleep makes the mind more reactive and emotional. Establishing a consistent bedtime routine, avoiding screens before sleep, and creating a quiet environment support deep rest. A well-rested mind is naturally calmer and more positive. Even small daily acts of kindness contribute to calmness. Helping someone, sharing a smile, or listening patiently to another person releases positive emotions in your brain. These acts reinforce a peaceful state of mind and connect you to others in meaningful ways. Reflection at the end of the day is another habit to cultivate. Take a moment to review what went well, what could improve, and what you learned. Reflection turns experiences into growth opportunities and prevents unnecessary worry about the past or future. Consistency is key. You may start with just 1 or 2 habits, and that is enough. Over time, these small practices accumulate and form a strong foundation for calmness. The mind learns patterns, and repeated practice rewires it to remain steady even in stressful situations. Remember, habits are not about perfection. Some days will be harder than others. You may forget to practice breathing, meditate, or journal. That is normal. The important thing is to return to your habits each day. Each step, no matter how small, strengthens your calmness. Creating daily habits for calmness is an investment in your life. These habits reduce stress, increase clarity, and enhance emotional balance. They make you more resilient to challenges, more compassionate toward yourself and others, and more capable of living a positive, peaceful life. Start today by choosing one small habit. Maybe it is 3 minutes of deep breathing in the morning, writing down one thing you are grateful for, or taking a short walk to clear your mind. Practice it consistently. Add another habit tomorrow. Gradually, you will build a daily routine that supports calmness naturally and effortlessly. With consistent daily habits, calmness is no longer something you chase. It becomes a natural state of mind, shaping every moment of your life. Chapter 7. Staying positive around negative people. Negative people come in many forms. It could be a friend who constantly complains, a family member who criticizes every decision, or a coworker who focuses only on problems. At first, it may feel natural to absorb their negativity or even argue back, but doing so often escalates stress, disrupts your peace, and even affects your own mindset. To protect your calm and positivity, you must learn strategies to interact wisely. Life is full of people, and not everyone will have the same mindset or energy as you. Some people naturally bring positivity, encouragement, and hope into your life. Others may bring negativity, criticism, or pessimism. While you cannot control how others think or act, you can control how you respond to them. Staying positive around negative people is a vital skill for maintaining your calmness and mental peace. One effective strategy is emotional boundaries. This means understanding where your responsibility ends and another person's begins. You are not responsible for fixing someone else's mood, opinion, or behavior. By clearly defining your boundaries, you prevent negative energy from draining you. You can listen or support without absorbing their negativity. Another strategy is maintaining internal positivity. Before entering a potentially negative situation, remind yourself of your values, strengths, and mindset. Take deep breaths, visualize calmness, or repeat a positive affirmation like, "I choose peace and positivity." This mental preparation strengthens your ability to stay centered. The first step is awareness. Recognize when someone's negativity is influencing your mood or thoughts. Pay attention to how you feel during and after interactions. If you notice tension, frustration, or self-doubt creeping in, it is a signal to apply protective strategies. Awareness allows you to act consciously instead of reacting emotionally. Focus on solutions rather than problems. When negative people dwell on what went wrong or what cannot be done, redirect attention toward constructive thinking. Offer ideas, positive actions, or new perspectives. Even if they do not follow, your mindset remains solution-oriented, keeping you calm and proactive. Active listening is a helpful approach. Instead of reacting immediately to criticism or complaints, listen without judgment. Sometimes, negative people simply want to be heard. Giving them a calm and attentive ear may reduce their negativity and prevent conflict. At the same time, you do not have to agree or adopt their negative perspective. Listening neutrally maintains your composure. Avoid engaging in arguments or debates that fuel negativity. Often negative individuals try to provoke reactions. Responding with frustration only amplifies stress. Instead, speak calmly, redirect the conversation, or politely disengage. You are not being rude. You are protecting your peace. Choose your associations wisely. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive, and encouraging people strengthens your mindset. Positive energy is contagious. Being with uplifting individuals can buffer the effects of negativity from others. Your environment significantly influences your thoughts and emotions. Practice empathy, but not at the cost of your peace. Understand that negativity often comes from fear, stress, or unresolved issues. Recognizing this helps you stay compassionate without absorbing the negativity yourself. You can acknowledge their struggle while remaining emotionally separate. Physical distance can also be necessary. Spending too much time with consistently negative people can erode your positivity. While you may not always be able to avoid them, creating small boundaries like limiting interactions, taking breaks, or finding peaceful spaces helps maintain mental energy. Remember your choice. You always have the power to decide how to respond to negative people. You cannot control their behavior, but you can control yours. Choosing patience, calmness, and positivity over frustration and anger empowers you and protects your mental space. Use humor and perspective. Sometimes, seeing the lighter side of a negative situation helps you stay balanced. A gentle smile or a humorous observation can shift the energy of the conversation, allowing you to remain calm and positive. Mindfulness techniques can be applied in real time. Notice when your mind starts reacting to negativity. Observe the sensations in your body and take a few deep breaths. Ground yourself in the present moment. This prevents the negative energy from spreading through your thoughts and emotions. Staying positive around negative people does not happen overnight. It requires practice, patience, and awareness. Begin by noticing your triggers, applying boundaries, and strengthening your inner calm. Over time, you will find that negativity affects you less, and positivity becomes your natural response, even in challenging interactions. Letting go is sometimes the ultimate solution. If a person consistently drains your energy and harms your peace, it may be necessary to distance yourself. Letting go does not mean hatred or revenge. It means prioritizing your mental health and well-being. Your calmness and positivity are more valuable than holding on to toxic interactions. By learning to stay positive around negative people, you protect your peace, maintain clarity, and reinforce the calm mindset necessary for a happier, more fulfilling life. This skill allows you to focus on what truly matters and creates a life less influenced by external chaos. Chapter 8. Turning challenges into opportunities. Life is full of challenges. Everyone faces difficulties, setbacks, and unexpected events. Some people see challenges as obstacles that block their path, while others see the same challenges as opportunities to learn, grow, and improve. The way you approach difficulties determines not only your level of calmness and positivity, but also the kind of life you create. The first step in turning challenges into opportunities is perspective. The challenge can feel overwhelming if you focus solely on the problem. But if you step back and ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? You shift your mindset from fear to growth. Perspective changes the meaning of events. What once seemed like a threat can become a lesson, a stepping stone, or a chance to innovate. Consider a student who fails an important exam. One response is to feel defeated, anxious, and hopeless. Another response is to analyze what went wrong, seek help, and create a better study plan. By seeing failure as an opportunity to improve, the student grows academically and emotionally. This mindset not only reduces stress, but also increases resilience. Challenges often reveal hidden strengths. When life pushes you out of your comfort zone, you discover abilities you did not know you had. Courage, creativity, patience, and problem-solving skills often emerge during difficult times. By facing challenges head-on, you unlock potential that would remain hidden in easier circumstances. Another important strategy is reframing obstacles. Instead of thinking, "This is bad, I cannot handle it," try thinking, "This is difficult, but it teaches me something valuable." Reframing allows your mind to focus on solutions instead of dwelling on problems. It strengthens your mental flexibility and keeps your energy focused on progress rather than despair. Challenges also provide opportunities for personal growth. Emotional control, patience, and resilience are developed not during easy times, but during moments of struggle. Every difficulty you overcome adds to your inner strength. By seeing challenges as training for life, you approach problems with calmness and positivity. Gratitude plays a role here as well. Even in challenging situations, finding something to appreciate, like support from friends, lessons learned, or small successes, can shift your mood and perspective. Gratitude turns obstacles into teachers rather than enemies. Problem solving is another crucial step. When faced with a challenge, break it down into smaller parts. Focus on what you can control and take concrete steps to improve the situation. Action reduces feelings of helplessness and builds confidence. Even small steps create momentum, turning challenges into manageable opportunities. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. Each failure was a challenge, but Edison reframed them as opportunities to learn what did not work. His persistence, positive mindset, and calm approach turned repeated obstacles into success, ultimately changing the world. Challenges also strengthen relationships. Difficult times often reveal who genuinely supports you. Facing obstacles with calmness and positivity encourages collaboration, understanding, and trust among friends, family, or colleagues. Shared problem-solving builds deeper bonds. Resilience is developed through repeated practice. Not every challenge will be easy, and not every attempt will succeed. But each experience teaches patience, persistence, and self-trust. Over time, you begin to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to grow, adapt, and become stronger. Visualization helps too. Imagine a challenge as a mountain. Instead of focusing on how steep or difficult it is, visualize yourself climbing step by step. Picture reaching the top, learning from the journey, and looking back at the path you conquered. Visualization prepares your mind to face real obstacles with calm determination. Another strategy is maintaining a positive environment. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth, provide perspective, and celebrate progress. Positive influence makes it easier to stay optimistic and see opportunities even when challenges feel overwhelming. Accepting challenges as part of life is also key. Life is not meant to be easy. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, learning, and self-discovery. Accepting this truth reduces resistance, stress, and frustration. When you stop fighting life and start learning from it, calmness and positivity become easier to maintain. Finally, celebrate progress. Even small achievements in overcoming challenges should be recognized. Celebrating success reinforces positive thinking and motivates you to tackle the next challenge with confidence. By turning challenges into opportunities, you transform difficulties into tools for growth. You strengthen your mind, improve your emotional balance, and maintain calmness even in tough times. Life becomes less about avoiding problems and more about using them as stepping stones toward a stronger, wiser, and more positive version of yourself. Chapter 9. The balance between work and rest. In life, many people believe that success comes only from working hard, pushing limits and never stopping. While effort is essential, there is another equally important ingredient for calmness and positivity: rest. Without proper rest, the mind becomes tense, emotions run high, and productivity decreases. Learning to balance work and rest is essential for maintaining mental peace and living a positive life. Imagine a car engine running continuously without fuel or oil. Eventually, it will overheat, break down, and stop working. The human mind and body work in a similar way. Overworking without rest leads to stress, fatigue, and emotional instability. Rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity for a healthy, calm, and positive life. The first step is recognizing the signs of mental or physical fatigue. Do you feel irritable, distracted, or overwhelmed? Are your thoughts racing or negative? These are signals from your body and mind that you need a break. Ignoring these signs only increases stress and reduces your ability to respond positively. Scheduling regular breaks during work or study is an effective strategy. Even short pauses, 5 to 10 minutes, can refresh your mind and improve focus. Stand up, stretch, breathe deeply, or take a short walk. These small moments of rest prevent burnout and create a sense of control and calmness throughout the day. Quality sleep is essential. Adults generally need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and teenagers need even more. Sleep restores the body, balances hormones, and refreshes the mind. Lack of sleep increases stress, anxiety, and negative thinking. Establishing a consistent bedtime routine, avoiding screens before sleep, and creating a calm environment are simple habits that improve sleep quality. Mindful relaxation techniques are also helpful. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, or listening to calming music allow the mind to pause from constant thinking. Even a few minutes of mindful relaxation can reduce tension, improve clarity, and restore emotional balance. Work-life boundaries are crucial. Many people allow work, responsibilities, or technology to invade their personal time. This continuous engagement leads to stress and reduces the ability to enjoy life. By setting clear boundaries, such as turning off notifications, scheduling personal time, and prioritizing leisure, you protect your calm and positive energy. Physical activity is another way to balance work and rest. Exercise helps release stress hormones and boosts mood. It is not about intense workouts every day. Even a simple walk, stretching, or light yoga improves energy, reduces tension, and creates a natural rhythm between activity and relaxation. Learning to say no is an important skill. Taking on too many tasks, commitments, or responsibilities can overwhelm your mind. Saying no is not selfish. It is a way to protect your mental health and maintain balance. By focusing on what truly matters, you increase your efficiency and preserve calmness. Rest also includes mental detachment from problems. Constant worrying about work, school, or responsibility increases stress. Setting aside time to relax without thinking about tasks allows your mind to recharge. Hobbies, reading, or spending time in nature are excellent ways to rest mentally and emotionally. The balance between work and rest is also about pacing yourself. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. Trying to do everything at once often leads to mistakes, frustration, and burnout. By planning your tasks, taking breaks, and moving steadily toward goals, you maintain calmness, positivity, and long-term effectiveness. Reflection during rest periods adds value. Use quiet moments to review what went well, what challenges you faced, and how you can improve. Reflection strengthens awareness, builds clarity, and helps you approach future tasks with calmness and confidence. Another key is prioritizing self-care. Nutrition, hydration, and taking time for your mental and physical needs directly influence your ability to stay calm. When your body and mind are cared for, your resilience to stress increases naturally. Remember, rest is not wasted time. It is the foundation of calm, clarity, and sustained productivity. People who rest well work more efficiently, think more clearly, and remain positive even under pressure. They approach challenges with energy rather than exhaustion, and their calmness influences everyone around them. Balancing work and rest is a lifelong skill. It requires awareness, discipline, and consistent practice. Start by incorporating small habits, short breaks, consistent sleep, mindful relaxation, and activities that recharge your mind and body. Over time, this balance becomes a natural rhythm that supports a calm and positive life. By respecting the balance between work and rest, you create space for clarity, energy, emotional stability, and happiness. Calmness and positivity are not just about mindset, they are cultivated through daily choices, habits, and the care you give yourself. Chapter 10: Mindfulness for Everyday Calm. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. It is one of the most effective ways to cultivate calmness and positivity in daily life. By practicing mindfulness, you train your mind to stay focused, reduce stress, and respond to challenges with clarity instead of reacting impulsively. Most people live life on autopilot. Mornings are rushed, workdays are chaotic, and evenings are filled with distractions. The mind constantly jumps between the past and the future, worrying about mistakes or fearing what is to come. This constant mental activity increases stress, disrupts sleep, and reduces emotional balance. Mindfulness is the tool that anchors you in the present, where calmness and clarity reside. The first step in mindfulness is noticing your breath. The breath is always with you, and it can serve as a point of focus. Take a moment to observe your inhalation and exhalation. Notice the rise and fall of your chest or the feeling of air entering your nostrils. Focusing on your breath grounds your mind and calms racing thoughts. Even 1 minute of mindful breathing can reduce tension. Mindfulness can also be practiced through observation. Take a few moments to notice your surroundings. Observe colors, shapes, sounds, and textures without labeling them as good or bad. Simply witnessing what is present in the moment trains your brain to be alert and calm. By paying attention to the world around you, you reduce mental clutter and gain a sense of peace. Another technique is mindful walking. Walk slowly, feeling each step, noticing the contact of your feet with the ground, the movement of your legs, and the rhythm of your body. Instead of rushing or thinking about tasks, focus entirely on the act of walking. This simple practice increases calmness, reduces stress, and connects you to the present moment. Mindful eating is a powerful tool too. Many people eat while distracted by phones, TV, or work. By paying attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of each bite, you experience food fully. This practice encourages gratitude, reduces overeating, and strengthens awareness. Mindful eating helps calm the mind by bringing focus to the simple act of nourishment. Thought awareness is a central part of mindfulness. Observe your thoughts without judgment, as if they are clouds passing in the sky. Some thoughts will be positive, some negative, and some neutral. Recognizing them without attachment prevents you from being controlled by them. Instead of reacting automatically, you gain the ability to choose responses wisely. Mindfulness also improves emotional regulation. When a stressful situation arises, the mind often reacts immediately with anger, fear, or frustration. By taking a moment to observe the situation, acknowledge your feelings, and breathe, you create a space to respond calmly. Over time, this practice strengthens your emotional resilience. Body scanning is another effective technique. Close your eyes and mentally scan your body from head to toe, noticing areas of tension or discomfort. This helps you release physical stress and become aware of sensations that may affect your mood. Body awareness supports relaxation and overall calmness. Gratitude and mindfulness complement each other. While noticing what is present in the moment, acknowledge things you appreciate. This could be a gentle breeze, a supportive friend, or a moment of laughter. Gratitude amplifies positivity and enhances the calming effects of mindfulness. Mindfulness can also be applied to daily tasks. Washing dishes, folding clothes, or driving can become moments of awareness. Focus fully on what you are doing instead of letting your mind wander to worries or regrets. This practice turns ordinary activities into opportunities for calmness and presence. The consistency of mindfulness matters. Start with small moments, 1 to 5 minutes a day, and gradually increase as you feel comfortable. Even brief daily practices compound over time, creating lasting calmness and clarity. Remember, mindfulness is not about eliminating thoughts or emotions. It is about observing them, understanding them, and choosing how to respond. By practicing mindfulness regularly, you strengthen your mind, reduce stress, and increase your ability to remain positive no matter the situation. Incorporating mindfulness into your life transforms ordinary moments into opportunities for awareness, calm, and joy. You learn to live fully in the present, respond with clarity, and maintain positivity even amidst life's challenges. Mindfulness is not just a practice, it becomes a way of life, shaping your mind, emotions, and overall well-being. Chapter 11. Managing stress through positive habits. Stress is a part of life. Deadlines, responsibilities, unexpected events, and personal challenges create tension in our minds and bodies. While stress is natural, how we respond to it determines whether it becomes harmful or manageable. Developing positive habits is one of the most effective ways to manage stress and maintain calmness and positivity in daily life. The first step is understanding stress. Stress is the body's response to a perceived challenge or threat. It triggers physical reactions such as a faster heartbeat, shallow breathing, and muscle tension. The mind often responds with worry, frustration, or fear. These reactions are natural, but prolonged stress can harm physical health, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Recognizing stress is the first step in managing it. Positive habits act as shields against stress. Habits like regular exercise, mindfulness, and structured routines help regulate the body's response and prevent stress from escalating. They are small daily choices that, over time, create resilience and a stable mental state. Exercise is a foundational habit for stress management. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Even a short walk, stretching session, or a few minutes of deep breathing can reduce tension, calm the mind, and increase energy. Making exercise a regular part of your day builds both physical and emotional resilience. Healthy sleep habits are equally important. Lack of sleep increases irritability, decreases focus, and amplifies stress responses. Establish a consistent sleep schedule, create a relaxing pre-sleep routine, and avoid screens or heavy meals before bed. Quality sleep equips your mind and body to handle stress more effectively. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful habits for calming the mind. Even 5 minutes of daily meditation helps reduce anxiety, improves focus, and strengthens emotional control. By observing your thoughts without judgment, you learn to respond to stress with clarity rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness trains your brain to stay calm under pressure. Journaling is another habit that reduces stress. Writing down your thoughts and feelings helps you process emotions, identify triggers, and find solutions. Journaling provides perspective, allowing you to see challenges more clearly and respond more thoughtfully. Over time, This habit strengthens emotional balance and resilience. Time management is a practical stress-reducing habit. When you organize tasks, set priorities, and plan your day, you create a sense of control. Chaos and last-minute pressure often create unnecessary stress. Structured planning ensures that you accomplish what is necessary without overwhelming your mind. Gratitude is a habit that reduces the mental weight of stress. By focusing on what is going well or what you appreciate, you shift your attention away from worries and problems. Even in challenging situations, acknowledging positive aspects, like support from friends or small successes, reduces stress and strengthens calms. Limiting exposure to negativity is also crucial. Constantly consuming negative news, social media conflicts, or toxic conversations fuels stress. Choose your inputs carefully. Engage with positive, uplifting, and inspiring content. Surround yourself with people who support and encourage your calm and positive mindset. Breathing exercises are simple but highly effective. When you feel stress rising, pause and take deep, slow breaths. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This technique lowers heart rate, relaxes muscles, and clears your mind. Making deep breathing a regular habit strengthens your natural ability to manage stress. Another habit is pursuing hobbies or activities that bring joy. Painting, reading, cooking, or walking in nature provide mental breaks, allowing you to recharge and gain perspective. These activities release positive energy and counterbalance stress, keeping your mind calm and focused. Learning to say no is essential. Overcommitting or taking on responsibilities beyond your capacity increases stress. Setting boundaries protects your energy, ensures focus on what matters most, and prevents mental overwhelm. Saying no is a sign of self-respect and a tool for maintaining calm. Reflection and self-awareness reinforce all other habits. Regularly review your routines, thoughts, and emotional responses. Ask yourself which habits reduce stress and which may unintentionally increase it. Adjust your practices accordingly. Self-awareness allows you to maintain calmness proactively rather than reactively. Positive habits are not about perfection. Stress will still occur and challenges will arise. The key is consistency. Each time you practice a positive habit, you strengthen your ability to respond calmly, think clearly, and maintain positivity despite life's pressures. By incorporating these habits into daily life, stress becomes manageable rather than overwhelming. You create a foundation of calmness and resilience that supports both emotional well-being and practical productivity. Over time, managing stress through positive habits becomes second nature, helping you live a balanced, peaceful, and positive life. Chapter 12. Developing patience in everyday life. Patience is one of the most valuable qualities for maintaining calmness and positivity. Life is full of situations that test our tolerance. Delays, misunderstandings, mistakes, and unexpected challenges. Reacting impulsively or with frustration increases stress, while cultivating patience helps you respond thoughtfully and maintain inner peace. The first step in developing patience is understanding that everything takes time. Goals, relationships, and personal growth cannot be rushed. Accepting that progress is gradual reduces anxiety and helps you appreciate the journey rather than fixating on the destination. Patience allows you to stay calm, even when outcomes are delayed. Mindset plays a critical role. Instead of viewing waiting periods or obstacles as inconveniences, see them as opportunities to practice self-control and awareness. For example, standing in a long line or waiting for an important reply can become moments to focus on your breath, reflect, or practice gratitude. Changing your perspective transforms frustrating situations into exercises in patience. Deep breathing is a practical tool for managing impatience. When you feel irritation rising, pause and take slow, deep breaths. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This simple technique reduces tension, clears your mind, and allows you to respond calmly rather than react impulsively. Mindfulness strengthens patience by keeping you focused on the present moment. Often, impatience arises from thinking about the past or worrying about the future. By observing your thoughts and focusing on what is happening right now, you reduce mental agitation and cultivate a steady mind. Another important practice is setting realistic expectations. Impatience often arises when expectations are too high or unrealistic. Break tasks into manageable steps, anticipate delays, and prepare for obstacles. Realistic planning reduces frustration and builds calm endurance. Self-reflection is key. When you notice yourself becoming impatient, ask why. Is it due to fear, lack of control, or desire for instant results? Understanding the source of impatience allows you to address it consciously and develop more constructive responses. Developing empathy helps build patience in relationships. Recognizing that others may have limitations, challenges, or different perspectives encourages understanding and reduces irritability. When someone makes a mistake or moves slowly, viewing the situation with compassion fosters calm interaction instead of frustration. Practice delayed gratification. Instead of seeking immediate results or rewards, train yourself to wait, work steadily, and enjoy incremental progress. This strengthens self-discipline and reinforces the habit of patience. Over time, you become less reactive to delays or inconveniences. Gratitude supports patience. Focusing on what is positive in a situation, even when it is not ideal, reduces stress and fosters acceptance. Appreciating small steps, learning moments, or supportive people allows you to remain calm while waiting for larger outcomes. Visualization is another helpful technique. Imagine yourself handling delays, challenges, or frustrating situations with composure and calmness. Picture yourself responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Visualization reinforces mental patterns of patience and prepares you for real-life experiences. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Impatience often arises when you feel others are progressing faster or achieving more. Focus on your own journey, your own pace, and your own growth. Self-comparison creates unnecessary stress, while self-focus nurtures patience and positivity. Practice small acts of patience daily. Waiting in line, listening to someone speak without interrupting, or tolerating minor inconveniences are opportunities to train your mind. Each moment strengthens your ability to stay calm and respond thoughtfully in larger, more significant situations. Remember, developing patience is a process. You will encounter moments of frustration and impatience. The key is not to eliminate them immediately, but to notice, understand, and gently guide yourself back to calmness. Consistent practice gradually rewires your responses, making patience a natural part of your character. By cultivating patience, you gain control over your reactions, reduce stress, and enhance your ability to stay positive. Patience strengthens relationships, improves decision-making, and creates a steady, resilient mindset. It allows you to navigate life's challenges with composure and clarity, making calmness and positivity sustainable qualities. Chapter 13. Building Resilience Through Adversity. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and keep moving forward despite challenges. It is not about avoiding difficulties or pretending problems do not exist. True resilience is about facing adversity with strength, learning from experiences, and maintaining calmness and positivity, even in tough situations. Adversity comes in many forms: loss, failure, illness, rejection, or unexpected change. Everyone encounters it at some point, and how we respond determines the impact on our life. While adversity can create stress and negative emotions, it also provides an opportunity to grow, learn, and strengthen mental toughness. The first step in building resilience is acceptance. Accept that life is unpredictable and that challenges are inevitable. Resistance to reality increases frustration and stress. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means acknowledging the situation so you can respond effectively rather than reacting emotionally. A growth mindset is essential for resilience. Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, view them as opportunities to learn. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? This perspective transforms difficulties into stepping stones for personal development. Support systems play a vital role. Resilient people seek guidance, encouragement, and assistance from friends, family, mentors, or counselors. Sharing struggles and receiving support reduces isolation, provides perspective, and strengthens emotional stability. No one has to face adversity alone. Self-care is another cornerstone. Physical health, nutrition, sleep, and exercise directly influence your ability to cope with stress. A strong body supports a strong mind. Taking care of yourself ensures that you have the energy and clarity to face challenges calmly and effectively. Mindfulness and emotional awareness enhance resilience. Observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Mindful practices reduce stress, improve clarity, and strengthen your capacity to handle adversity with composure. Setting realistic goals helps maintain focus during difficult times. Break large challenges into smaller, manageable steps. Celebrate small successes along the way. Progress, no matter how minor, builds confidence and reduces feelings of helplessness. Adaptability is key. Life rarely goes exactly as planned. Being flexible and open to change allows you to adjust your strategies and expectations without losing your calmness. Resilient people view change as an opportunity rather than a threat. Positive self-talk strengthens resilience. When facing adversity, avoid negative statements like, "I can't do this," or "this is hopeless." Instead, use affirmations such as, "I will try my best," or "I can learn and improve." Words shape your mindset, and encouraging self-talk fosters calm and determination. Reflection and learning are critical. After a difficult experience, reflect on what happened, what you learned, and how you can improve. Every challenge carries lessons that, when recognized, increase resilience for future obstacles. Life becomes a continuous process of growth and adaptation. Gratitude is a powerful resilience tool. Even during tough times, acknowledging small positives, supportive people, health, or personal strengths, reduces despair and reinforces hope. Gratitude shifts focus from what is lacking to what is available, strengthening emotional stability. Visualization can reinforce resilience. Picture yourself overcoming challenges, solving problems, and moving forward with confidence. Mental rehearsal builds the mindset and inner strength needed to face real-life adversity calmly and positively. Patience is another essential aspect. Resilience does not mean instant solutions. Some problems take time to resolve, and some healing requires gradual effort. Staying patient, persistent, and committed allows you to navigate difficulties without unnecessary stress or frustration. Finally, remember that adversity is temporary, but the strength you gain from it lasts. Each challenge faced and managed calmly adds to your reservoir of resilience. Over time, you develop the ability to face future obstacles with greater confidence, calmness, and positivity. By building resilience, you transform challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and stress into growth. Resilient individuals maintain a steady mind, a positive outlook, and the ability to move forward with strength, regardless of life's uncertainties. Chapter 14: Cultivating Optimism in Daily Life. Optimism is more than just a cheerful attitude. It is a mindset that shapes the way you perceive life. Optimistic people see possibilities, solutions, and hope, even in difficult situations. Cultivating optimism strengthens calmness, enhances positivity, and improves overall mental well-being. The first step in cultivating optimism is awareness. Notice your thoughts and how often you focus on negative possibilities, worst-case scenarios, or self-doubt. Awareness allows you to catch pessimistic patterns and replace them with constructive and hopeful perspectives. Reframe challenges positively. Instead of thinking, "This is impossible," Ask, what can I do to improve this situation? Reframing shifts the mind from helplessness to proactive problem solving. Optimism does not ignore difficulties. It focuses on potential and action. Gratitude strengthens optimism. By consistently acknowledging the good in your life, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Gratitude journals, verbal expressions of thanks, or mental reflections on positive moments reinforce a hopeful perspective. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you interact with affect your mindset. Spending time with optimistic, encouraging individuals uplifts your energy, while constant exposure to negativity can reinforce pessimistic thinking. Positive social environments nurture an optimistic outlook. Visualizing positive outcomes is another effective habit. When facing challenges, imagine successful resolutions, personal growth, and solutions unfolding. Visualization strengthens belief in positive possibilities, reduces anxiety, and enhances calmness under pressure. Practice self-compassion. Optimism is not about perfection or constant success. It is about recognizing effort, learning from mistakes, and maintaining hope despite setbacks. Treat yourself kindly, acknowledge your progress, and avoid harsh self-criticism. This attitude reinforces a positive and resilient mindset. Positive self-talk is essential. Replace thoughts like, "I can't handle this," with statements like, "I will try my best," and learn from this experience. Words influence emotions and behavior. Encouraging language strengthens confidence, calmness, and a hopeful outlook. Mindfulness complements optimism. By staying present, you prevent excessive worry about the past or future. Mindfulness allows you to appreciate what is working, recognize opportunities, and respond thoughtfully to challenges. Being present encourages clarity and a positive perspective. Engage in activities that reinforce joy and accomplishment. Pursuing hobbies, learning new skills, or helping others creates a sense of purpose and satisfaction. These experiences reinforce optimism by showing that effort leads to positive results. Limit exposure to negativity. Social media, news, and toxic conversations often fuel pessimism. Choose uplifting content, constructive discussions, and environments that inspire hope. Protecting your mental space is crucial for maintaining an optimistic mindset. Celebrate small victories. Recognizing even minor achievements reinforces the belief that positive outcomes are possible. Celebrations, no matter how small, cultivate motivation, hope, and calm confidence in your ability to navigate life. Surround challenges with a problem-solving mindset. Optimism thrives when you see obstacles as temporary and solvable rather than permanent and insurmountable. Focus on actions you can take, steps you can follow, and resources you can access to create solutions. Optimism is a habit that strengthens over time. Daily practices like gratitude, mindful reflection, positive self-talk, and constructive problem-solving build an enduring, hopeful mindset. Gradually, optimism becomes a natural lens through which you see life. By cultivating optimism, you transform your perception of the world. Challenges feel manageable, setbacks become lessons, and stress diminishes. Optimism nurtures calmness, resilience, and positivity, creating a life where hope and clarity guide your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Chapter 15. Maintaining calm and positivity for a lifetime. Reaching a calm and positive state of mind is not the end of a journey, it is a continuous process. Life constantly presents challenges, changes, and unexpected events. Maintaining calmness and positivity over the long term requires consistent practice, self-awareness, and commitment to habits that support mental and emotional well-being. The first step is acceptance. Understand that life is unpredictable and difficulties are natural. Calmness does not mean being unaffected by problems. It means responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Accepting life as it is allows you to focus your energy on solutions, growth, and positive action. Consistency is essential. Habits like mindfulness, gratitude, Exercise, healthy sleep, and positive self-talk are the foundation of long-term calmness. Practicing them regularly, even in small amounts, compounds over time, creating resilience and emotional stability. It is not about perfection, but about persistence. Self-reflection strengthens long-term calm and positivity. Regularly assess your mindset, emotions, and reactions. Identify areas where stress, negativity, or impatience may be creeping in. Reflection allows you to make adjustments, correct unhelpful patterns, and reinforce positive habits. Flexibility is a key aspect. Life changes constantly, and situations often require new approaches. Being adaptable, open to learning, and willing to adjust your strategies ensures that calmness and positivity remain intact even in unfamiliar circumstances. Strong social connections support long-term emotional well-being. Surround yourself with people who encourage, inspire, and uplift you. Healthy relationships provide perspective, emotional support, and reinforcement of positive thinking, helping you maintain calm even during challenging times. Practicing gratitude daily reinforces optimism. Focus on the small joys, achievements, and supportive people around you. Gratitude shifts attention from what is lacking to what is abundant, nurturing a positive mindset that sustains you through life's ups and downs. Resilience is cultivated through challenges. Life will continue to present obstacles, but by facing them calmly, learning from experiences, and remaining hopeful, you strengthen your ability to respond effectively. Resilience transforms stress into growth, setbacks into lessons, and challenges into opportunities. Self-care is non-negotiable. Nourishing your body with healthy food, maintaining physical activity, and ensuring adequate rest support both mental and emotional health. When the body is cared for, the mind functions more clearly, and calmness becomes easier to sustain. Emotional awareness is vital. Notice when frustration, fear, or negativity arises, and respond consciously. Instead of suppressing emotions, acknowledge them, analyze their cause, and choose constructive actions. Emotional intelligence strengthens control over reactions and reinforces lifelong calm. Purpose and meaning in life enhance positivity. Engage in activities, work, and goals that align with your values. When actions reflect your beliefs and purpose, satisfaction, motivation, and hope grow, making calmness a natural byproduct. Learning to forgive, both yourself and others, maintains inner peace. Holding on to grudges, guilt, or resentment creates ongoing stress and disrupts calmness. Forgiveness frees mental and emotional energy, allowing you to focus on growth, positivity, and meaningful experiences. Maintaining calm and positivity for a lifetime is not about never feeling stress, fear, or sadness. It is about developing the skills, habits, and mindset to navigate life with composure, optimism, and resilience. By committing to self-awareness, consistent practice, and purposeful living, calmness and positivity become enduring qualities that shape your entire life. Through dedication and daily practice, you create a life where challenges are met with patience, setbacks are viewed as lessons, and positivity flows naturally. Calmness and positivity are not temporary states, they are lifelong companions, guiding you toward peace, clarity, and fulfillment.